okay, Cleveland is, good. They're playing better. The Cowboys desperately need this win. Although the division is terrible, they could still win the division with 6 wins. I mean, that's how bad the division is. But when you really, dive into it and you look at it, you look at the scoreboard and you go, man, they really beat them down. Cleveland really beat the Dallas Cowboys down.
They were up 27 at one point.
Yeah, they really beat them down, though, from one end to the next in all 3 phases of the game. And OBJ, 3 weeks ago, was on the trading block, even though they probably don't want to admit it. Baker Mayfield was, should we be looking for Trevor Lawrence? Right? That was the conversation. Is just a guy. What's wrong with them? But when you watched them yesterday, or you watched them the week before, last week, this offense is coming into its own with Kevin Stefanski. They're doing a lot of the same things that the Minnesota Vikings did the last couple years. They're running the football, and they're not allowing their quarterback to throw the ball 50 times in a game. I mean, Baker Mayfield, he threw for 165 yards a total in terms of yardage. I think he threw maybe 30 times. He had 2 touchdowns in the air. He had about a 60% completion percentage. So when you look at those type of numbers, you would think that those are pedestrian numbers at best. But those are numbers that help you win games because he didn't turn the football over. He wasn't throwing 50 times. They also made sure, like I said many times, you got to figure out a way to utilize that talent. And they utilized it. OBJ had reverses, trick plays, Landry touchdowns, completely fooled the secondary of the Dallas Cowboys on a reverse. That, to me, says that, okay, I'm in here coaching the way that I need to coach. So when you look at the Browns, and I don't mean to bring the Jets into this, but I am. When you look at the Browns and you look at Kevin Stefanski and you look at the development of these receivers along with Baker Mayfield, you don't see that with Sam Darnold and Adam Gase. You don't see that. Kevin Stefanski came from Minnesota as a worldly offensive coordinator mind that can do some things, and he was brought there to get Baker Mayfield right. And Baker Mayfield is right now. Now he just needs to lower the commercials, get him to lower the commercials, and keep winning. And the Cleveland Browns are on their way.
So clearly this game yesterday told Key a little bit more about the Browns than it did the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't, man. I'm with Stephen A. about the Cowboys. I'm done.
If you were watching on social media, you might have heard in our introduction this morning, Stephen A. was gloating on this latest Cowboys loss by eating milk and cookies, by the way.
Yeah, I'm tired. I play for the Cowboys, and I got a lot of respect for the organization, but I'm tired of every Monday having to come and sit and talk about why they didn't and, they could and this and that. It's like, come on, man. Seriously, dude.
Listen to these numbers. This is where the real rub for the Cowboys is. We'll hear from Dak in 1 second because even though he's thrown for 450 yards in each of his last 3 games, no quarterback's ever done that. Those are empty numbers because they're always playing from behind. Dak has 6 turnovers this season, 2 in the last 5 in the last 2 games. Listen to this stat. Cleveland Browns yesterday. You ready for this, Key? 24 first downs, 333 yards, 31 points at the half. At the half. 24 first downs, 333 yards, 31 points in a half.
Yeah. Now you look to Mike Nolan in the defense.
The defensive coordinator.
The defensive coordinator.
Of the Cowboys.
And you look to that, it's like, well, maybe he should have stayed retired. Right? I mean, that's the way it looks. When Landry threw the reverse pass in OBJ for the touchdown, the first thing I said is they need to call Earl Thomas and figure out how to help that secondary. Because clearly, with no pass rush, he had all day. He set up and had all day. He set up. He had the wind up. He with the thread, his hands right around the laces, and he delivered a strike because there was no pass rush. There was nobody disrupting anything, and OBJ had a free release on the safety. And once he got up on the safety back to the corner, the safety had nothing. He couldn't do anything.
The NFC East, Key, the entire season. We're going to be a quarter way through the season after tonight's double dip. Chiefs, Pats, Falcons, Packers, the latter on ESPN. The NFC East has 3 wins. We're a quarter way through the season. They have 3 total wins.
Bad division, obviously, right? And it took the Eagles a miracle to beat the hobble 49ers. I mean, it was just like, when you look at it, what more could you say coming into the season? You certainly thought that Dallas would be better, and you certainly thought that the Eagles would be better. Washington, not so much. Giants, not so much. But the fact that all 4 teams are still in it 4 weeks into the season is pretty mind-boggling, I would say.
No question. So who did the Browns-Cowboys game tell you more about? Clearly, it told Key a little bit more about Cleveland. I would tend to concur. Vote on our Twitter feed. Stephen A. probably learned a little bit more about those Cowboys. And go watch that. Go watch that social media post. It's awesome. He's sitting there eating milk and cookies. Tonight, this morning, he'll have the black hat, the beard, the cigar. It's going to be great.
I don't blame him, though, because if you think about it, Z, you're tired of every single year we come into the football season, we talk about the Cowboys. Because it's the big stadium, it's Jerry Jones, it's all of those things, it's the quarterback, it's America's team. We talk about them. But then at the end of the year, we're talking about why didn't it work out the way that we thought it was at the beginning of the year. It's like it becomes a point where it's like, man, I don't even, whatever. I turn the channel.
Fair enough.
Put them on the little screen in far left.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.